don't think both teams, or either team had their best night, and both teams kind of hung in there and kept fighting and kept pushing. I'm proud of our guys for that. You've heard me say enough. It's about the process for us, and I think at times our process was good, and I think at times our process wasn't very good. So we'll take the result, but we'll go back to work tomorrow thinking that we can elevate our game and believing that our opponent will do the same. They're a good team. We know that. I knew it was going to be a tight checking game, and that's what it was. Now you get ice conditions, you get a bounce, you get a this, you throw a puck in the corner, it goes in, and that's just what happened. But our guys hung in there, obviously got off to a bad start, and I was proud of them for responding, but we shouldn't have to be responding in the second period. That's a tribute to Mankato for coming out and winning the first as convincingly as he did, and then our guys, we showed that resiliency again and had a much better second.
Can you talk a little bit, Chris, about what the first intermission discussion was?
I can honestly tell you, John, I didn't say one word. That's a situation where Cam Watala said, "I've got it," and that's what you expect from your senior captain. Now, I don't think he was alone. It wasn't his voice only. Our upperclassmen, juniors and seniors, they made sure that everybody knew that wasn't acceptable, and we can all go up a level individually, and then collectively we need to play better. I think we got a good bounce on that first goal in the second period there, the first shift of the second. We'll take the bounce, and that gave us some momentum. But 100% on our upperclassmen to get it right and stop the momentum and get going in the right direction for us.
You had a lot of good things that happened to you in the second period, the 2 goals, the 7-minute power play, or however many power plays it was.
Right.
Was that, which of those, if you kind of judged it, which was the most important for you guys?
Well, I think they both hold the same importance, John. I guess we'd have to say the goals first because that got us back in the game. And then in a 2-2 game, a 7-minute power play, I've never seen that before. I'm not saying it was a bad call at all. It was worthy for sure of the call. But at that time in a 2-2 game, I thought it was a really, really gritty penalty kill. And I think we had 2 pretty good chances on that penalty kill, if I'm not mistaken. So, with the exception of the way they scored the first goal on the power play, their first goal, or their second goal, excuse me, I was happy with the way we killed penalties. Sorry.
How do you approach that penalty kill? Because if you say a 7-minute power play,
yeah, you approach it 2 forwards and 2D at a time, and that's coach talk, Kevin. But there's no other way.
Right.
We mixed Mingo in there. He's a guy we'd like to see start to kill penalties because of the way he can skate. But other than that, it was a straight 6-man rotation where we mixed Wallace in there because I thought he was really good on faceoffs tonight. I don't know what the final numbers were, but he seemed to win a bunch. And then we were just going with our regulars. I think it's as gritty and gutsy from the back end perspective when you lose a guy that kills, like Sean does. Now they've only got 5 back there. We had 6 or 7 forwards. So really proud of the decor, those 5 that remained to get through that kill the way they did.
You talked about gritty. You guys' second goal, I think, came off the icing. That they committed the icing. Is that kind of talked about this kind of grinding style you guys like to play?
Well, you saw it, and even at that, we were able to change, and they weren't able to change. We didn't get the full change. We changed on the icing. And then we were able to get fresh bodies out there. Well, they had a full shift to defend. We were able to change again, at least part of it, because the pass went from Polkamp to Cooper. So Cooper's line was coming on. I thought Matt Polkamp made a great play, but it was a good push, a good stretch of whatever it was, a minute 20, where we kept it in their zone and really hemmed them in there. That's the way we have to play. They're a team that shows they can do that. But they can get up and go too. 18, 12, 23. I mean, these guys can get up going north. And, we want to play that game to make them defend. Not saying they can't, but if they're defending, they can't get going north. So we know, our guys know that's when we're at our best, and that was an example of it.
Well, you talk a little bit about their third goal. It looked like it took some of the life out of you guys.
Well, I think it was similar to what we were just talking about from the other side. We couldn't get off the ice. We couldn't get the puck out of the zone. Obviously, it's one Tommy wants back. I mean, we can't afford bad goals. You know, we're a team fighting for, fighting for wins, fighting for every inch, and Tommy knows that. That's not a puck that normally goes in from the corner, but it was one. How does it not deflate you? You know, how does it not put you on your heels for the next 3 or 4 minutes? And it did. And then Cato pushed hard, and again, it's a tribute to them. Our guys hung in there, but that's basically all we did. We were hanging on big time. But that, unfortunately, that's what happens. Momentum switches like that, and we have to find a way to stop it quicker. That's the best way I can put it.
Looks like that might have gone off Tommy's back.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched it, Kevin. Either way, he's cheating off the post. I mean, it's a puck that there's no way that should go in. And I think I haven't watched the overtime goal yet either. I don't know. It may have hit their goalie's shoulder and went in. I don't know where Mark was when he shot it, but I don't think he was far north of the red line, if at all, the goal line.
Yeah.
So he may have shot that off the other goalie's back too. I don't know that, but again, it's just not a puck that Tommy normally lets in, and it did cost us some momentum at that time. That's what happened.
And you broke the open streak of the power play.
Yeah, which we talked all week that these are 2 power plays that are struggling, both theirs and ours, but they're 2 dangerous power plays. If you don't pay attention, they'll hurt you. Our power play goal definitely wasn't the prettiest, wasn't as pretty as theirs, but we'll take it. And when you're in a slump like we are in the power play, we'll take any bounce we can get.
Can you talk a little bit about Mark Cooper's performance tonight?
And I'm not talking behind Mark's back, but he started slow. His first period was not his best. That goal at the beginning of the second got him going. It really did. It got him some confidence and got him skating and got him winning puck battles, which he knows the type of game he needs to play to be great. And he's capable of being great. Mark's a sophomore that's played 14 games in his sophomore year or something like that, so he's still figuring it out. But I thought he definitely got better as the game went on. Thanks a lot.